It wasn't so long ago that Lost Ark fans found out that they won't get an opportunity to play the game until the first quarter of next year, at least. This has left many people wondering what on earth they're going to do with all their free time. Well, fear not, individuals, I've got a whole bucket ton of MMOs that are coming out between now and the launch of Lost Ark, so brace yourselves. Here are some titles that might just tickle your fancy. Anyway, the first one is Eleon. Some of you might have had the opportunity to play the early access closed beta. If you don't know what it is, it's a highly anticipated MMO. It is another Eastern MMO and it is developed by the fantastic Krafton. Now, if you're looking for something that is very similar to Lost Ark, then I'm going to say this is the one that you should probably pick up, because it is, for all intensive purposes, a Lost Ark but in 3D. You don't have your conventional targeting system. It is all mouse over, so you feel like you've got a fairly good control over your character, and much like many other Eastern MMOs, the combat is very fluid, the skills are very pretty, and there's absolutely bucket loads of grinding for you to get through. Currently it doesn't have a large inventory of classes like Lost Ark, which has 15 for the EU and NA release, but it does have 6 that will kind of fill in some gaps for the meantime. These are Assassin, Elementalist, Gunner, Mystic, Warlord and Slayer, and much like Lost Ark, it doesn't really follow that holy trinity of classes. You can go in, slash everything up and kill large packs of monsters regardless of what class you play. For all those who are interested in the story, you basically got 2 sovereign realms as the Hearth, Vulpin and Ontari, which are all warring it out for the control of Eleon, which is essentially a big old portal that leads to paradise. But either way, I highly recommend you check this out. You've got absolutely huge massive realm wars to go through. There's a whole massive in-depth skill customization, and of course there's the dimensional portal system that will keep you entertained for long periods of time. All this comes out on September the 29th. The next big title is the one I'm sure a lot of you have heard about. It is New World from Amazon Gaming Studios. It's a Western MMO where you play a character who gets washed up on a strange, mysterious island where death has no meaning. Essentially, if you die, then you come back. There's also some mysterious corrupting ailment throughout the island as well, which you have to investigate to unfold. And if you like unconventional MMOs where you have more control and you've got to use a crosshair to aim, then this is right up your street. Unlike other MMOs, it doesn't have a class system per se, and it's actually based around the weapon that you're using in hand at the time. This extremely powerful class weapon system is extremely useful if you just don't fancy playing a certain role type for a day. You want to be a healer, then put on a staff. You want to be a tank, then just equip your sword and shield. The game also has a rich crafting system that allows you to level and gain XP through the harvesting and creating of items. And additionally, there's also a core PvP system in which you can take the role of 3 syndicates on the island. And then as part of your syndicate, you can fight the other syndicates on the map for control of the garrisons and resources and various items. Each of the syndicate comes with their own separate customization and unique items to make your classes look all shiny. There's also a housing system that allows you to put your own little touch on a space on the island, but also allows you to gain various bonuses and the addition of fast travelling around the settlements. The next title should be pretty well known to you even if you don't play the series, and that is Final Fantasy, coming out with their new 4th expansion, Endwalker. The expansion puts an end to some very long running arcs at the moment and even has you travelling to the moon to battle your foes. But more importantly, the expansion comes with new dungeons, raids, gear and additional systems, and also the highly anticipated new Sage job, which, if you are an individual who likes the support class, will be rubbing your hands together as it's a new healer type that uses barriers to defend your allies. So for those excited and waiting to pick this up, this comes available around November on the 23rd. Our next MMORPG is probably one you've not heard of. It is Fractured. It is an open world sandbox RPG that basically mixes action combat with fully interactable environments and grind-free progression. You can gather resources, craft, trade, and venture into legendary travels as a solitary hero. Or, alternatively, you can set up a settlement with your guild and grow it into a great big empire. The game also brags MMO elements where the race you pick actually has an impact on the game mechanics, from the society that you live in to the ways that you interact with different players, be it a human, beastman, or a demon. If crafting is your thing and you like economy-based games, then this will be right up your street with the ability to play as a merchant, forager, hunter, miner, woodcutter, farmer, shepherd, and scavenger. Additionally, if you like alternative systems to learning new skills and talents, then the knowledge system might be right up your street. Rather than being rewarded for completing the same action over and over again, the knowledge system actually rewards you for going out and playing the game in different ways, be it discovering relics, killing new beasts, or just exploring the map. This is currently in pre-alpha and is set to come out in 2021, although a specific date is unavailable at the moment. Next up, we have the MMO sequel to Pride of Tavern. It is Broken Ranks. Broken Ranks is a journey through a spectrum of emotions invoked by an elaborate and mature narrative. You can take part in decisive moments which will forever change the shape of the world and get to know personal stories of many extraordinary characters inhabiting the lands. Broken Ranks is a story about uniting a scattered nation. It is the telltale of a refugee searching for the places in a new world. It is the history of a hero who needs to find the strength to restore what the invaders took away from them. It is the record of a brutal reality that brings not only challenges but also opportunities. The game features a unique turn-based combat system. Players plan their movements at the same time and have only 10 seconds to do so. In terms of character creation, you get to choose from 7 classes including Barbarian, Archer, Sheed, Druid, Voodoo Shaman, Fire Mage, or Knight. Each of them comes with their own unique set of abilities. When playing by yourself, you'll certainly experience the tactical depths of the combat system, while playing with others will let you fully appreciate the various relationships between classes and their unique combinations. In terms of exploration, you can either play by yourself or in a party, which plays a very important role in the gameplay of Broken Ranks. Throughout the game, you can visit multiple vibrant cities, remote mountaintops, mysterious settlements, and the terrifying ruins that are inhabited by the powerful creatures that cast a shadow over the human world. To the brave adventurers who dare defeat the most powerful monsters, the world offers riches, fames, and power. To the weak and scared, only oblivion. Though there is no currently specific date for this, it is set to come out in early 2022. Last game is a loved franchise known only as Madworld, the funky isometric 2D hand-drawn MMORPG set in a dark-style world. It's a post-apocalyptic world infested with dark souls. A few brave men dare to dream of escaping from the grim reality. No one remembers the past. A mysterious event leads the world into complete annihilation. And after 1,000 years, the world starts a new era. In this world, there's absolute chaos, hope, and despair at every crossroad. Madworld focuses more on the multiplayer rather than the solo player. The more players there are, the more fun it gets, with loads and tons of community content available. The most magical thing, however, about Madworld is the whole thing has been written in HTML5, so you can play it completely from your browser. There's no need to download any clients or plugins and is available from a simple click of a link. So if this takes your fancy, then you can check it out towards the end of 2021. I hope you've enjoyed the small samples of MMORPGs that you can play between now and the release of Lost Ark. But regardless of what you play, have a great time with it, and I'll be back with more news and reviews soon.